Hi managers, the first two videos you saw showed breakfast service and lunch service. So now this video is going to show you how to do your day's end after our services are over for the day. So I'm on Primero Edge's website, I've logged in, and I'm going to go to point of service and then administration, which is the first option. And then we're going to go to reconciliation. Now, because I'm at the district site, I do have to pick a school, but you will not have to do this. And because I did my videos last week, I do have to pick my date, but you should not have to do that. So I have two reconciliations that I need to do. If your drawer is automatically balanced, then you would see a over/under would be 0, and you would have check marks here, and you could automatically auto reconcile them because they are good to go. But ours are not like that. We're short in both of our drawers, so we do need to look at it a little bit more. The first thing I like to do is we're going to just start with this top one. I like to click on this magnifying glass, and that's just to view the session. And the reason that I like this is it shows you all the transactions, but it puts any payments you had at the bottom all by themselves. So I like that so that I can come and look that I took $4.75 in cash. That's how much cash I took in. So I like that it shows me that. I can't make any changes on the screen though. It's just a view. So if I go to the next button on that same session, that's the reconcile button. So I'm going to click on that. And you can see it tells me right here, the session is not balanced. It's yellow. Something is wrong. I'm short $1.75. So one thing I can do is I can click on Transactions tab. And it shows me all the transactions, what time they happened, who they were, how much money, if they gave me any cash, all that kind of thing. You can sort them. Right now they are in alphabetical order. Look, actually, I'm sorry, they're in transaction order. But if I wanted to sort them by alphabetical order, I could by clicking on the blue header. I also like to do under type, you can change it to any kind of payments. There's debit payments, so anybody that made a payment will pop up all by themselves, so you can do that. I'm going to go back to all because I do have a change that I want to make because I use my cashier log during service, so I did write down that I need to do something. So one student, let me see if I can find her. Actually, she's this first student right here. I'm going to click on the edit button next to her, which is the pencil, and it's adjust transaction. I'm going to click on that. And she did not buy an apple juice. She decided she wanted to buy an apple juice, but then decided not to last minute, but I put it on there by mistake. So to delete it, because you can't do it, once you ring it up at the register, you can't make any changes then. That's why I wrote it on my cashier log, and the manager can make the change in the back. So I'm going to click on the Joel apple juice, and then I'm going to click remove right up here at the top, and it's going to take that off. And then it shows that the new sale amount is 0 because before it was $150, and she had money in her account, so there was no cash exchanged. Now, because I did delete that apple juice, I do need to make a comment. You have to make a comment anytime you change anything. So I'm going to put that we rung up an apple juice by mistake. And then I'm going to click OK. And then it's going to adjust our account. You can see it just went from 150 on sale amount to 0. So another thing, that's why you do your cashier log. So you would, anytime the cashier brings you the cashier log that has anything written on it, you would come in here and you make the changes as necessary. Another thing, if I go back to my summary, I'm still short $1.75 because that transaction I just adjusted didn't exchange any cash. So I still got to figure out why I'm $1.75 short. That's why you can look at your transactions, see sometimes maybe there's a double payment. Maybe somebody gave you $1.50 cash and it's in there twice somehow, and maybe that's why you're $1.50 over. But this we're short. So the next thing I'm going to do, if I don't see any transactions that are standing out to me, I can go up here to my opening balance and my closing balance. This is what the cashier opened their drawer with, $0. And then they're saying they closed it at only $3. Well, I know that's not right because I had $4.75 cash given to me. So what you would do at this point is the cash that they brought you from their drawer when they counted it, when they closed it, you would recount it. You would double check it because maybe they miscounted. you know, and missed a quarter or missed a dollar or whatever. Maybe the dollar stuck together. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to verify it. And like, oh, look, I do have 3/4. And I also have 4 ones, not only 3 ones. So I'm going to make those. It's going to change the amounts down here. And I'm going to click OK. At this particular screen, you don't have to put any notes. If you had any checks, they would automatically appear there. If you need to add a check, you could add it by here by putting add new check. But I'm going to click OK. And now it says my closing balance is $475. If I go back to my summary, I'm balanced now. It's turned blue. It says it's balanced and it's ready to be reconciled. So I'm going to click on the reconcile session and then it's going to turn green. And this one is good to go. When I go back to my sessions, it should no longer be there. Yep, it's gone. All right, so now we're going to go to this next one. This next one, we're also short $3. So I'm going to click view just so that I like to see my cash payments. And so I had quite a few cash payments on this one compared to the other one. $16.50. So I just like to look at that. I don't have any duplicates, so that's good. That's probably not what the problem is then. But now I can go to the reconcile button. Still $3 short. I can look at my transactions if I want to a little closer. But I am going to count my money, my closing balance. I'm going to double check that because maybe what the cashier entered in is not correct. Maybe they missed some stuff. So, oh yes, I see what the problem is. I actually have 6 ones, not 3 ones. And that's an easy mistake. They're right above each other on the keypad, so that could be why they accidentally did that. So I'm just going to change it to 6 ones and click OK. And when I come back, now I'm reconciled. I'm good to go. I do have one change I need to make. One student did purchase a cookie. I have it on my cashier log. They purchased a cookie and I forgot to ring it up at the register. So I'm going to go find the student. It's right here, Melody. She did get a cookie. I'm going to add it. She already has 1 cookie, but she bought 2 cookies. So I'm going to go to the add button before we remove something that we accidentally rung up. But now we're going to add something that we forgot to ring up. So I'm going to click the add button. And I have a lot of options there, but I can go to categories and a cookie falls under snack. So I'm going to go to snacks and then she got 2 sugar cookies. So I'm going to add the sugar cookie. And it's going to adjust the amount. She has money in her account, so I don't need to change any kind of payments. I'm going to make a note. And click OK. And so her account is adjusted. And it's going a little slow. All right, hold on just a minute while I try to... All right, sorry about that, guys. I am back. I had to restart the program. But I made the changes, and when I came back into it, it has that check mark that I was telling you about. So this is the one that we've already been doing. You can still go in and look at it. And it says it's ready to be reconciled. So we made the adjustments to our cash. That was what our problem was. The cashier, she was myself, miscounted. And that's why the manager, when you get it in the back of the house, you always want to verify it if there's a problem. But now it's saying that there is no over under. It's auto reconciled. That's what the AR stands for. There's a check mark. So I can still look at it if I want to, but if I don't need to, then I can just hit auto reconcile from here and it will disappear. So that's it for reconciling. Now there is a few more steps you do need to do for your day's end after you reconcile. We're going to go up to our deposit slip, still under administration, and we got to prepare our deposit slip. Now if you don't take in any cash or checks that day, then you do not need to do this. But because we did when we closed out, you need to go and take care of this. So we're gonna, I'm gonna add the deposit slip. And I do need to tell it what day it is, which is the 14th. And because I'm at the district office, I do have to pick a school, so I'm gonna do that. And if you notice down here, this actual total is grayed out. Because I told it what date it was and what school I'm at, it automatically knows how much money that I should be depositing, is that's $21.25. So I'm going to go through, and I have 5 quarters, and I have 6 ones, 110, and a $5 bill. Oops. And somehow I put it in the wrong area. What did I do? Oh, I'm sorry, I only have 1 5. So I have, and 5 1. Sorry, see, I don't actually have cash in front of me, so that's why I'm having to play around like this. So I'm putting in what I have. I don't think I have to make a comment. Let me see if I do. No, I do not. Now, I believe if these did not match, because if you were 25 cents short in one of your reconciliations and you just could not find it, you would have to make a comment because they did not match. But because I matched, then I do not have to make a comment. So I am going to, after you save it, now I do want to print it. So I'm going to hit on print. And it's going to bring up another screen. And you need to print this. So there is no print button at the top, so there's 2 options to print. I can right click on my mouse and click on print, and then it'll bring this up. The only thing you do want to check is, like, this is fine, but some papers might not show all of it, so I can print from here. And the other option is to click on this export button at the top. It looks like a little disc, and put it in PDF form. It's going to pop up at the bottom, and then you can print from here. And so I'm done with that. I'm done with this. I don't need to do anything else to my deposit slip. I do have another report, a couple other reports I need to print. So I'm going to go to daily reports and then activity. And again, you will not have to make any changes. It'll automatically be on the day's date that you're on. It'll automatically have your school. And then you're going to click on generate report. And it is going to bring up a report that shows you how many breakfasts you served, how many lunch you served, how much money you took in. It gives a lot of good information on one report. All right, sorry about that, having technical difficulties with this program, but we're back up and running. So this is what the report will look like. And again, to print it, you can right click on your mouse and hit print, or you can go up here into PDF and then print from there. So, but this report is nice because it shows you how many breakfasts you served total and how many lunch total, and then any money that you took in. So you could use this report for your production records for now. So another report that you will need to print if you made any adjustments to transactions, under daily reports, you would come down here to transaction adjustments. And I just have to make a couple of selections, but you will not have to do this. And I'm going to do sale adjustments because that is what I did. And hopefully the report comes up, because when I played with it earlier, it didn't. But hopefully something would come up. I don't see anything coming up, but hopefully when you do it, names would be there and you would print that as well. So that is all you have to do for your day's end. Again, it was just the reconciliation, which everybody, no matter if you took money or not, will have to do reconciliation. If you did take money or checks, then you would come to deposit slip and do your deposit slip. And then everybody will do their activity report. And then if you did adjust any transactions, you would come down to a transaction adjustments and do that. And then you would just file them in your day in folder. If you had the cashier log, if they did make notes, which hopefully they do start making notes on that, then you would also file that with that. And that is how you do day's end.